welcome to your monthly tarot card reading. This is a reading for October 2018 for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant. If you don't know what your dominant sign is, I highly recommend you check out my video on that. Link will be in the description. You may find that you resonate more with your dominant sign than you do with any other sign. And with that being said, before we start, I did want to give a huge shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your generosity, support, and kindness. And huge shout out to my top 3 contributors on Patreon from September. Thank you, Amy G, Radhika M, and Sarah R. Thank you guys so much. I can't say thank you enough, but your generosity is really appreciated and it really does mean a lot to me, so thank you so much for that. And once again, hi, I'm Venus. This is a reading for October 2018 for my lovely Leos. So since it is October, instead I changed it up a bit and I have an Oracle Halloween card here. As per usual, I choose your energy theme reading cards off camera and then we go and pick with the tarot right after. So this tarot deck I'm using today is the Santa Muerte Tarot. It's going to be a bit different than the traditional tarot just because the author's interpretations of some of the, let's say, like Six of Swords, etc., etc., it's going to be different from the traditional Rider-Waite, stuff like that, just because the way the author of these cards interpreted it and did the art for it is a bit different, but not too much. But if you see something being explained differently, for those of you familiar with tarot, just know it's because this is how the author is interpreting it, and this is how my intuition and my reading will come because of the art and the interpretation itself from the author. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, we're gonna jump right in. So Halloween is my favorite. That is why I have this Halloween Oracle card for you here, Leo. This is going to be your theme for the month of October. So we're going to cue the spooky music and get onto your reading. So I'm just gonna read a bit of this from the book and let's see what your theme is. So you have zombie, Leo, and I'm gonna go and pull the book itself and we're gonna be reading just a bit about this theme for the month. So it says the zombie is all about control. One of the most frightening aspects of the idea of zombieism is the idea of our souls and consciousness being trapped inside a body that does not do our bidding but someone else's. Another is the idea of being buried alive, the fate of some, it is said, who get trapped in already dead bodies. Ooh. So, should the zombie step unsteadily into your life, meaning should this card come to you, it is time to look at the concept of control. Do you want to control everything, leaving little to free expression? Do you choose partners who are not your equal so that they are more easily manipulated and changed to your liking? Or do you allow that to happen to you? If you are not living your most authentic life, it's time to look at why and how you change it. Right, so Leo, off the bat, this is saying, are you trying to control other people? Have you been giving people that pep talk of, oh, you need to be more realistic, you need to do this or that, right? You need to start, you know, you may not mean anything negative or malicious from it, but that is a form of control. Or is that happening to you? Are people trying to control you? Are people trying to tell you how to live your life and what to do? Are you being controlled by a job that you don't want to work in? Are you being controlled by a certain relationship or situation? Or are you the one being controlling? This card highlights control in your life, and it is a sign that you might need to heal that part that either is being controlled or wants to be controlling. Okay? So that's the overall theme that we have going on from October, and I do know quite a few Leos, and I have a few placements in Leo myself, so I am already seeing this. So you might be feeling this up until right now until, end of September until October, and throughout October, you may already be feeling it and seeing it. And I think one of the reasons why is because I do believe Venus will be going in retrograde, and when Venus goes in retrograde, it's really a time to kind of look within, look at how we, Venus deals with love, with attraction, with social relationships. It's like looking within, looking to see, are we in control, or are we letting other things control us, in a sense? So, anyways, this is your spirit animal card. This is the universal energy supporting you, Leo, for the month of October 2018. And we have the octopus. So when I saw this in correlation with your Halloween oracle theme for the month, I went crazy because it makes so much sense. So the octopus is a card of reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries, and direction. So the octopus likes to, stick all 8 of its tentacles or more tentacles into everyone's business. It doesn't really know where it's going. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's feeling everywhere. It lacks direction. So if you notice that, you may be feeling drained by certain people or places, it might be a sign that you have to release the hold on something. It might be a sign that you need to establish healthy boundaries and that you may need to change some habits, right? This is a card of being too much involved with other people and with other things that you aren't really in yourself. And this is where the idea of control comes from, because whether you're controlling others or being controlled, you're not being strong within yourself. And the octopus is such a creative animal spirit. This is such a intelligent being, but oftentimes the octopus character forgets its own self, its own independence, its own strengths, its own dependability. The octopus forgets to depend on itself, and it may be reaching for other people. So in balance, you will know you're in balance if you're feeling interested, engaged, intelligent, if you're feeling like you have direction, you're feeling like you know what you're doing, you feel like you kind of get the gist of everything in life, you're not really depending on anyone, or no one is, or you're not trying to control anyone's life. But out of balance, you may be feeling needy or clingy or lacking courage. You may even be feeling like you need to depend on other people, or you may be feeling like you're doing millions of things at once because you don't know what quite is working. And so, to bring yourself into balance, the octopus card recommends that you just give yourself space and just try, listening to yourself, speaking to yourself, listening to your body. What is it that your body is trying to tell you? A lot of the time when we have pain in a certain aspect of our body, or if we're, feeling some type of way within ourselves, it's a sign from our body signaling us that something is wrong, right? If your feet hurt, obviously, it means that you need to rest, you need to take some time off. If you are sneezing or coughing, it might be a sign that the inside is unhealthy, that you need to start changing your thoughts and eating healthier, right? So paying attention to yourself and making sure that you're the only one that you are controlling, and making sure that you are the only one who is controlling you. Now we have your healing card for the month, Leo, and this card is, how teachable are you? So Leo, all this difficulty that you are experiencing, everything that you are going through right now, it's sort of as if the universe is asking you, how teachable are you? Are you going to be learning from these lessons, or are you going to keep being too much in your head? Is there a pride that is defeating you from being a learner, from being a student, okay? Learn to be teachable, right? If we think we know everything, then truly we are ignorant and we're not growing, okay? What is stopping you from learning these lessons in life? Are you learning from negative situations? Are you learning from situations, scenarios, or people that come across as unpleasant? If not, then you really need to reevaluate, because the reason why these scenarios keep popping up over and over and over again may be because you're not listening to the lesson that needs to be taught to you. It often is said that the universe will send you repeating situations and scenarios to drill a certain lesson into your head. And if you don't really realize or come to grips with or overcome a certain lesson, you may be continuing to be kept in this trap of dealing with the same types of people, the same types of scenarios, etc., etc. So this is your theme for the month. This is how it's going to go down. These are some things you might need to look out for or learn. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pick a card for yourself. We're going to see what needs to be brought into light, Leo. Okay, we have the Empress. So this is the card that needs to be brought into light. Ooh, right away, already correlating with your themes. This is the Empress. You are a king or queen, Leo. You are the ruler and controller of your world. But the question is, and as I looked at the timestamp, I saw 11:11. But the question is, pause really quick, but can you see how beautiful this artwork is? I absolutely love this deck. I chose it because it is, you know, Santa Muerte, death themed, Halloween. I love Halloween, as I've said, but I think this is easily becoming my favorite tarot deck so far. But anyways, the first thing that came to mind when I saw this, Leo, was, are you a good ruler or are you a bad ruler? Are you the fair and just king or queen that everyone loves and adores and has, you know, posters up in their room of? Or are you a tyrant? This is yourself. An empress is neither bad nor good, but it's how she rules over her kingdom. Are you kind and nurturing this month? Okay, that can be your power, but your flaw can be that maybe you're too dictating or bossy, or maybe you're too controlling, and you're not letting the universe help you or do work for you, okay? Learn to ease up a bit. So for some of you, this is coming through as a strength. You are the nurturing, just, favorable ruler that everyone loves and adores and everyone can look up to and depend on. On the other flip side of this, this might be saying that you guys really need to learn how to not be tyrants in your kingdom, how to be fair and just, and how to rule with a steady hand, okay? So we're going to go ahead and see how your kingdom is doing now, Leo. We're going to pick a card for your environment. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming through. Ooh, we have the Two of Pentacles coming through. So right away, someone is in your environment. Either your environment is becoming very fruitful and abundant and more prosperous. This could be stability, security, environment. It could just be people, things around you is looking healthier, looking wealthier. This is, Queen of Pentacles is really the divine feminine energy, fully actualized in the earth element. Earth being, you know, physical well-being, health, wealth, everything on this material plane. So things are looking really, really great in your environment, Leo. Things are really looking up. But then we have the Two of Pentacles here. There might be some quarrels amongst people in your environment, either around money or surrounding health or surrounding something that has to do with this earthly element. There might be quarreling, and I keep getting money in my head. So for some of you, a lot of you may not resonate with the money, but that's what keeps coming up in my head, is it's a money problem. There might be some stinginess going on or something surrounding money. Maybe someone wants your money or you want someone's money, or, you know, there's just someone in your family's making more money and now everyone feels entitled to it. Something of that nature. And I'm also getting school as well. School finances could be a deal that might be causing conflict inside the household. And I'm getting something about a car. Maybe car payments. Those are the three things that are coming to mind. But overall, if you ignore the haters, I think it looks pretty good for you guys. If this is about you, Leo, you're not entitled to give anyone anything, right? Like, you're not. You're just not. So anyways, let us see. We'll pull one more card for your environment. Oh, right, yeah, we have 3 of Swords. So someone is being a little backstabbing. There might be some heartbreak in your environment. Something might cause the energy outside of you to shift a bit. Things might be looking a bit glum. Things might be just looking... It's heartbreak. It's betrayal. This is the card of betrayal, heartbreak, of sadness, of grief, of hopelessness, of feeling wronged in some way. And this is happening outside of you, but it very well may affect you. This is happening in your environment as well, Leo, so look out for that. I really feel like it is a situation... I don't feel like you are involved in this situation, but it might be happening to people important to you, okay? So that's another thing to look out for, and it might have something to do with the monetary, physical, material well-being as well. With that being said, we're going to pull some tarot now to see, put your environment and yourself right here. We're going to pull some tarot now to see your future in October. Let's just see how things are going to go for you, Leo. So we're going to look at beginning of October. Okay, we have Magician already looking up. And I'm going to pick 2 more and then I'll go on to explaining. We have King of Swords. Great, great. And we have the 8 of Cups. Okay. So, Leo, we have the Magician coming through. The Magician is always a good sign. It's a good omen. It's a sign that you are stepping into your power. So, very powerful attractor of good things, Leo, this month. This is just your ability to use the law of attraction. This is your ability to manifest. This might be a sign that the things that you have been trying to manifest in your life are finally coming into fruition this month. This is really a good omen to that. But this is also a sign that, a reminder, if not anything else, that you are a powerful manifester and that you will really be on your game about manifesting things, whether you want to manifest certain things or not. The law of attraction is always working for you. So this is a sign that, Leo, get your mindset in check. And I think it's actually really good because we do have the King of Swords here. So this King of Swords talks about clarity. It talks about clarity of thought, wisdom, intuition. So I feel like, Leo, your mind right now, like with these 2 coming through as a pair, the Magician and the King of Swords, your mind is so powerful this month, Leo. You're clear, you're wise, you're intuitive. Your mind is like this powerhouse of a tool, and honestly, attracting, manifesting for you this month is going to be such a breeze. It is really a great month for 1, manifesting, and 2, for previous manifestations starting to arrive. That's what we have. And we also have the 8 of Cups here. Sadness. This could be definitely some sort of sadness coming on, some sort of just emotional, something heartbreaking, something just keeping you sad, keeping you down. Yeah, that's basically all I can say about it, but I don't see it affecting you right here with your mind. I feel like they're two very separate things happening, right? Like I definitely feel like you are going to be feeling perhaps these emotions or seeing it or understanding it, sensing it's there, but you're not going to let it upset what you have working out for you here with the Magician and the King of Swords. You're not going to be letting your emotions overcome and overtake you, Leo. So let's look into mid-October. Oops. Two cards did come out. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Star, but I don't know if I'm going to include those two. We'll see if they come back in. But Five of Pentacles talks about walking away from something or missing an opportunity. But in this deck, I really do feel like it could be walking away purposefully. And then the Star, of course, is a good omen. Just talks about joy, happiness, you being the star of the show. But we're going to continue to pick for mid-October. We have the Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, and we have the Emperor. So both the Emperor and the Empress are deciding to come out. And I'm really starting to see how it's correlating here. I don't even mean for this to happen, but in every single reading so far, I start to see how it correlates with the beginning of the month and transitions into the middle of the month. So we're also going to pick, move these up a little though, even though you might not be able. Here, I'll put them to the side. Like that. We do this. This. Okay. And now we're going to pick for, sorry, I was getting a phone call, but now we're going to pick for end of the month, and then we're going to see how that plays out. We have the Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Ooh, and this one wanted to come right out. We have the Seven of Cups. And I'm going to pull one more card to get information on that Seven of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so mid-October, we have a lot of starting energy here. This is like, you know, the warrior's final huzzah. This is you marching into battle. This is really pushing, really making an effort, really striving for something, right? And we have this right under the Magician. So this manifesting power, this fire to really go for your dreams, really striving, really deciding to make your mark. This is the push. This is like, I'm going to manifest this and it's going to happen. That's middle of the month. We have the Four of Swords here. You're really putting the nail in the coffin. You're saying goodbye to something. You're moving on from something. And you're doing this with this clarity of thought. You've already thought it through. You've already, you know, it's, I don't want to say it's a heartless decision, but it's a decision for the best. You're really saying goodbye to something. It's for the best. You're really using your mind and not your heart in this situation, and it may be for the best, even though it is a little saddening to you, right? We have the Eight of Cups. It's for the best. And we have this Emperor here, and this, for me, this is the Tyrant coming back a bit, but in a different light, right, Leo? I feel like something is going to cause you to kind of shut off your emotions, right? We have the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups. You're really shutting off your emotions so you can put the nail in the coffin. You're like, this, whatever scenario you are closing yourself off to, it's not a bad thing. I don't get that feeling. I get the feeling that you're closing off your emotions to something, right? We have the Emperor and we have this Eight of Cups and this King of Swords. You're closing your emotions off to it because you're like, this situation is not going to help me. I can't continue putting so much feeling into either this person or this scenario or this situation, so I'm just going to use my clarity of thought. I'm going to be logical about this. I'm going to do what's the best for me, and then you really put the nail in the coffin. And other people may see you as a tyrant, may see you as selfish or whatever, doing this for yourself. Which you are doing it for yourself, but it's for the best. And then come the end of the month, we really see the fruits of your labor starting to grow with the Three of Pentacles, which is why I'm thinking this is a really good idea for you, Leo. Yes, it could have been hard to really shut off and to really do what was necessary, doing what was hard, but it pays off, Leo. It really does. You start seeing the fruits of your labor. And then we have victory. We have a celebration. You are victorious. You made the right choice. You did what was right, okay? So for those of you needing advice, it's really not letting your emotions affect you. Doing what you need to do to get through something. Doing what you know is right. Not coming from a place of a tyrant, right? But coming from a place of clarity, of thought, of intuition. Really making sure that you've thought about it all. Is this the right, most just, most light kind of path that I can take? And if so, then yes. And then it's not your problem if other people see you as selfish or wrong, because you're doing what's best for you, and you are going to be tasting the fruits of that labor. It's coming to you towards the end of the month, because again, we have Six of Wands coming in victorious. You made the right decision, whatever it was, right? And the Seven of Cups here is just, it's speaking again upon decisions. You had a lot of choices to make, and luckily enough, you did make them. The choices, I feel like, are really closely related to the Knight of Pentacles, so it might be close to pursuing a career, pursuing some type of job. It might have something to do with money or spending money. Whatever it is, you made the right choice. It was best for you, and it just looks good from then on out, Leo. So these are your cards. This is the reading that you have for October 2018. So overall, Leo, really, you know, full speed ahead, fire energy, lighting that hope, lighting that fire, lighting that fuel. Manifest what you want. Do what you want, right? Be the magician, be the co-creator in your life. You know, go after what you want. Pursue your dreams, live your life. It may hurt, it may feel uncomfortable, it might bring you some sort of sadness, but really think about it. What is most important to you? Do you want to live a life full of regret, or do you want to live a life that you want? So really putting the nail in the coffin and putting your foot down and saying, this is it, this is what I deserve, and I'm burying away anything else that does not serve me, okay? People might see you as this tyrant, but you really are the ruler of your world. It doesn't matter, because they will see in due time that it was all really for the best, and it's all paying off, because again, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, fruits of your labor starting to show up, and then later on, towards the end of the month, we have some sort of victory. And then Seven of Cups is just reiterating this idea that choices are really surrounding you this month, having to make important choices, having to make difficult choices. And I feel like, because we pulled a card to explain, it's the Knight of Pentacles. It's really revolving around, you know, money, career, physicality, your physique, your health, your wealth, everything on this earthly plane. You had to make choices. It's like you are this creator, yes, but you also have to decide what is it you wanted to create in this earthly world. Okay, Leo? So these are the things that are coming through. It really, in a broad sense, it's all about power and control, and you being in control of your own life. You are in control of your own life, Leo, so don't be afraid to leap and don't be afraid to live your dreams. So with that being said, this is your reading, Leo. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like, maybe even subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!